A world without cash is not the kind of world Brett Scott wants to see. He used to work as a financial broker. Now he's a writer. He believes preserving the ability to pay with cash is vital.
Cash doesn't have anybody to advocate for it because it's like a public utility. So you have on the one side these highly motivated commercial entities, and on the other hand you have cash who doesn't have anybody who, everybody uses it, but it doesn't have an official spokesperson, or it doesn't have a marketing department. So it's a kind of an unfair battle.
He came over from Britain to attend a conference at Columbia University in New York. The question on the agenda here, is this the end of cash?
Developed this concept of premature champagne.
The conference brought together a select group of financial experts from around the world. None of them believe cash stands much of a chance anymore. But Brett believes the current trend is a mistake.
The best analogy to understand this is to think about cars versus bicycles. If you're living in a world where there's only bicycles, actually maybe it'd be a good thing to get a car. You can travel further, you can travel faster. But that's different to saying you want to get rid of the ability to use bicycles. Actually, what you want is a world where you have different forms of transport. In a similar way, you want a world where you have different forms of payment. So sometimes in certain situations you can use cash, sometimes digital. But these guys are not calling for that. They're saying we want a world where there's only digital, or in the transport analogy, only cars. You're only allowed to use cars.
When he's traveling, Brett sometimes pays by card, but he mostly prefers to use cash. This machine does accept cash in theory, only right now it appears to be on strike.
They might force me to use my bank account. They got to swipe it instead. It's going to send a message to my bank in England and tell a bunch of stuff to them. They're going to alter all their databases before I can get this thing here. And they're going to log this as well. They'll be able to see this. And now there's this third party who's going to watch what I'm doing. So this machine's forcing me to do it. Finally, we got it.
So what role does data play in the whole drive to go cashless? Back in Germany at the University of Siegen, economics students are wondering how safe digital payment systems are. Could we become completely transparent just by doing our shopping? Where companies know everything about us.
Every time I think, oh no, who will my data be passed on to now? It depends on what website you were on. But often things happen very fast and you've no choice.
When I think about it, I pay more without cash than with. That's just the way things are moving somehow.
We live in Europe, where we have strict data protection laws. So I tend to just be trusting and take the easy way out.
There's also this aspect that everyone does it. You think it can't be that bad if it's so widespread. I think that's a key aspect.
Right now, Germany is still very much a society that likes cash. But the example from Sweden shows how quickly things can change.
It's an issue for two reasons. Firstly, because in many cases you have no choice, which takes some getting used to for people of my age. But secondly, it raises concern because we're losing an element of freedom here. We're allowing ourselves to be monitored.
At the university canteen, students have always paid for their meals in cash. First, they purchase a voucher, then they collect their food. But here too, things are changing.
So you're paying cash?
Students can now pay with an app on their smartphone.
So you're paying with Blue Code? Okay. You still have to check their plates to make sure you've got it right. depends what you need to charge for. Hello. One hot pot, okay. Blue coat? As long as they're ready, it's super fast.
So what do the students think?
It was super easy and it really saved time. But we were just saying we didn't notice how much it cost. The app doesn't show you that. The money's just deducted straight from your bank account. So I have to look at my bank app to double-check how much I just paid.
They might get rid of the person that sells the food vouchers. So there's a question of jobs. But okay, that's a separate issue.
Contactless payment is not yet an issue in Susanna Schlierer's money van. She believes that's a good thing. Every day she sees how many older people already struggle with doing bank payments online or negotiating ATMs.
Don't worry, take your time. It was because you made a mistake before that the card recorded it, but we've deleted that now, so it's okay.
I still need help. I don't like machines.
I don't like using the machine. I don't trust it.
Susanna Schlierer helps her customers where she can.